Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. We're playing my second mage run. My first one went to 12 a while back, and I'm going to see if I can recreate some magic. In particular, I haven't actually made it above 6 wins in a good long while, so I'd like to do that here. This is a decent deck. It's got good card quality. Some clunkers in here, but not many. And a decent amount of burn potential with 2 fireballs, 2 frostbolts, or 1 frostbolt? No, there's 2 frostbolts and a pyroblast. And some charge creatures in here, maybe? Anyway, we're up against Big Head the Druid. My one loss was pretty annoying. I do have a few interesting interactions here. I've got Undertaker and some nice Death Rattle minions like the Spider and the Dancing Swords that you saw, though Dancing Swords actually kind of sucks. And I've also got a Kirin Tor Mage with Mirror Entity and Duplicate, which are the 2 best mage secrets in general, I'd say. This opening hand, however, is rather putrescent. I kind of regret not keeping my Dancing Swords. I was hoping to get something better because I do have a lot of 1 and 2 drops here. I just didn't get any of them. Looks like we're gonna be Frostbolting this Ooze, which is, you know, both good and bad. It's bad because Frostbolt can be used much better later, but it's good because at least I had something to do on turn 2. As a mage, pinging the face on turn 2 is really annoying. He's going to innervate for a 5-drop, and I might have to fireball the Druid of the Claw right here, and that's exactly what's going to happen. I was hoping to coin into a Stormwind Knight. Unfortunately, my hand's been forced. Now, if I had this Undertaker on turn 1, that would have been pretty solid. Instead, we're fireballing this thing. And I'm not ahead, but I'm not behind either. Because he... Basically, I've got the extra card I had for being the second player, but I've used up my coin. And he hasn't lost any cards, he's just the first player, that's why he's down a card. Okay, I get my first break of the game. Well, okay, we should technically, no wait, hold on a minute, time out. He is a card down, because he innervated the Druid of the Claw and I killed it with a fireball. So actually, I have gone up a card, and I am very lucky that I had my removal spells for his creatures. However, what I'm really lucky about is that he didn't have anything to do on turn 4 besides Knife Juggler. Alright, he catches back up here, by killing my guy off, and here we have a choice to make. I can play the Gurubashi, which is the most expensive creature I have, or I could play the Water Elemental, which is the best creature I have. If I play the Undertaker, it's not that great, because it'll just die to the Keeper. It's funny, the Elemental really is just better than the Gurubashi. It has the same total stat points, and it can stop the Druid from shapeshifting, which is really, really good. I'm going to go ahead and use up all of my mana, though. It's a bit of a risk, to be sure. But basically, I can ping this guy down to 6, he becomes a 5-6, kill the Druid of the Claw, he becomes an 8-4, and then the opponent has to deal something. He has to deal with it. Okay, he plays another Druid of the Claw, which makes me regret not playing Mirror Entity, although I think, objectively, Mirror Entity would have been a mistake there. And now this thing's difficult to kill. I can ping my guy, but he's only going to be a 5-6, and I won't then have the ping left for the Druid of the Claw. I'd like to play these secrets. I could just run in, I guess, make a, what, that would be like a 5-3? Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Cone of Cold. Ping. And swing. So now I've got an 8-2. He can't shapeshift it to death. Even if he could, it would be a lot of damage. And the 8-2 will kill any big thing he plays now, or it can kill the Druid of the Keeper of the Grove, which is a little bit less impressive. But I'm hoping that he had like a big thing he wanted to play here, and now he can't because I've got this guy. So does he actually have a kill for it? Is he going to Moonfire this thing? He's actually going to take the 8 damage to the face, which I'm pretty happy about. And Wrath. I think that was a mistake. I think he should have just Wrathed it for the 3 damage and not taken 8 damage against a mage. Maybe he's figuring that being above 20 health is worth it. Hard to say. Okay. So now I definitely want to play Mirror Entity because he's going to have good things coming up. Of course, if he plays something dumb like the Spider, I'll be annoyed. But I think I need to have the Mirror Entity as insurance. And I'd like to get a minion with Death Rattle. That would be great. So this Undertaker isn't a 1-2. A 1-2 is pretty weak at this point. Okay, he checks for Ice Armor and Vaporize, finds neither. He now has to figure that Mirror Entity and Duplicate are the 2 most common things it could be. Is he going to check for a Duplicate? Does he have anything to check for Duplicate with? Interesting choice. He's going to hit my face some more. Okay, and he plays Ascension. So I got a Ascension Shield Master for 3 mana. And I may have stopped him from playing an even bigger threat, so I'm pretty happy about this. 4 mana, not likely that I'll be able to kill these things. It's going to Wrath for the damage or the card, I'm curious. He goes for just the card. I don't really understand that move. I think he's used the Wrath too much for the cards here. And he plays the Wolf. Well, that's pretty clever. Makes it so that this engine will kill off mine should I attack into it. Alright, now I've got Sludge Belcher, which can buff the Undertaker. The problem is I really want to kill off this engine here, and to do that I need to play the Defender of Argus. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Undertaker, I'm going to play the Defender of Argus, hope that that's enough protection. I can now... should I want to leave this at 1 health? No, I'm going to leave that at more than just 1 health, so we'll ping that to death. And I'm going to kill off the Wolf. I think that makes the biggest impact. And pass the turn. Alright, this is interesting. 3 health is good because it's above Starfall and Swipe. Double Swipe would clear my board with the help of his creatures, though. He does have a Starfall. Now, a Starfall Swipe would also clear my board. Does he actually have a Swipe for his remaining mana, or is he just going to Shapeshift and use these spiders? Looks like he's just going to Shapeshift and use the spiders. Okay, so now, it's interesting. He is technically ahead on cards, but these are just spiders. They're pretty small. And I can ping stuff gradually over time. I've also got a pretty nifty combo with Sludge Belcher Duplicate. Now, I could, of course, ping something to death, but I'd actually rather just go for the Duplicate, because this is just amazing. There's really nothing he can do now, other than silencing the Sludge Belcher and attacking my face. There's nothing he can do to avoid killing my Sludge Belcher and giving me 2 copies of it. So next turn I'm going to play double Sludge Belcher. And basically the only way he can win is to play bigger creatures, like Ironbark Protectors or something. So that he can break through my wall in a good fashion. But when someone plays 2 Sludge Belchers on turn 10, you've got to have huge stuff. And he really hasn't been playing anything huge. Okay, he plays a Stormwind Champion. So no Mirror Entity. He risked another Mirror Entity here, playing that Stormwind Champion. He's going to throw stuff at Mr. Sludge and kill it, giving me 2 copies of it. It does now have a Stormwind Champion, of course, which is annoying. But I've got double Sludge. I could also play Sludge, Swords, and Ping if I wish to. That might actually be better. Yeah, because I'm not in a rush to play these things. I could also Fireball the Stormwind Champion. Okay, let's go for the Swords, the Fireball. Wait, yeah, the Fireball. So both Fireballs this game went on minions. One hit a Druid of the Claw that was innervated, so that was good, and then one killed a Stormwind Champion, so that's good. Okay, so now we're going for a fair fight. We've got double Sludge Belcher, and I can draw 2 cards. And I'm already ahead a card. Now he's gonna, if he kills this in any way, he's gonna go up a card. So that'll be annoying. And he does have Ironbark Protector. I never did get a Polymorph. I took a Flame Strike over Polymorph. And I'm gonna play the Drake, go up a card here. And Sludge Belcher number 1. Pass the turn. I don't see any reason to hurry throwing this away. I think there's an Owl in here. I could actually silence the Dancing Swords, maybe. We'll see. Wow. Alright, he might actually win this game now. With the Ironbark into Ancient of Lore, I'm in a little bit of trouble. It's going to be hard for me to bring all that stuff down. Unless maybe I could get the Flame Strike that I have in here and that I've, like, never played. That would be great, because the Flame Strike, well, it would leave the Ironbark at 1 health and the Ancient at 1 health, but at least it would let me clear the board with only, like, a card or 2. Actually, no, wait, what am I talking about? I got the Azure Drake. Flame Strike would clear the board. Could I ever get Flame Strike? Okay, so next turn I'm going to go ahead and play Arcane Intellect. Hope to get Flame Strike. So I've got 3 chances to draw my Flame Strike out of here. And if I do that, I can win the game pretty easily, I think. So I'm going to have a pair of 4/4s. I'm just going to beat him down. But if I don't get the Flame Strike, I'm going to be in trouble. Can I please, for the love of fucking God, get a Flame Strike one time? No. Not a chance. Not a goddamned chance. Okie dokie. Well, I do need to kill his stuff. I don't have the resources to do it with effectively, though. So what I'm going to do is play the Sludge Belcher. I'm going to choose to not give him his card yet. We'll delay that for as long as possible. I'm going to go ahead and just kill the Ironbark with my overpowered hero ability. And I'm going to use the Dancing Swords to kill off one of his creatures. Pass his turn. So it's close. I mean, I have 6 cards to, he has technically 5, so I'm doing okay, but I cannot believe this has just been like the worst luck with Flame Strike I think I've ever had in my entire history playing Mage. I mean, I just really cannot get that Flame Strike to save my life. And now Pyroblast, I will use that to kill another Ironbark or Ancient of War if he plays something that big, because I'm not going to be able to deal 12 damage to him very easily right now. Next, we'll kill the Sludge Belcher number 2. He's going to Wrath this, I assume for the full damage this time, to draw the card. Yeah, so he draws the card off the Dancing Swords. Still use a Flame Strike. Still would love a Flame Strike, even though this Ravenhold Assassin would live through it. Would love a Flame Strike. Cannot get a Flame Strike. Okay, this is fucking amazing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do Unstable Ghoul. Do I want to give Taunt to anything? I don't think I really do. So I'm going to ping the Golem. There. We'll just play this and this. Wow. It's like Flame Strike's been in the last third of my deck every single time. I might lose this game now. I cannot kill him with Pyroblast. This is a dead card. He's got big stuff non-stop for like the last 4 turns. Had an Ancient of Lore, Ironbark Protector, Ravenhold Assassin. It's like a big druid stuff wet dream. Note that the Harvest Golem will pop first because it was played first. So if you attacked into this ghoul with his golem, his damaged golem would die off. And then if I got a Flame Strike, I could kill off the Ravenhold Assassin, but who knows if that's ever going to happen. Okay, he chooses to claw this thing to death, which makes sense. That will protect his minions. He's had a lot of removal. Starfall, 3 Wraths, a claw. Hasn't played a swipe, so I guess I'm happy for that, but I am starting to really slip here, and he's got a lot of damage. I might have to Pyroblast the Assassin if I'm desperate. But if I could just get a Flame Strike, I wouldn't have to do that. Oh no, he's playing it safe. Okay, so he decides to kill off my Elemental. Does he seriously have more removal? He has a Starfire. Well, I guess that's overkill. He is going up a card, though. And this is 4 health. That's a lot. Alright. Well, I'm not going to Pyroblast this just yet. Oh, you will. Get rid of the Golem. Heal up a little bit. The healer will kill this. And he's got 3 cards to my Pyroblast, which is pretty much dead right now. And maybe I could win off Fatigue, but it's not likely. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it unless I get like a monster Flame Strike, which if this game goes much longer, I will actually get to play. Hilariously enough. Is he going to hit my face? It might not be a bad idea to actually race at this point. Yeah, he decides to race. He figures I've got to kill his Ravenhold Assassin with my healer. My main hope is I can get a Flame Strike. If I get a Flame Strike, I can kill the Spider, Flame Strike, and then it'll kill off the Assassin. Alright, for the once in the life of my god, can I get Flame Strike? I utterly am in just shock and endless disbelief.
We have many secrets.
Wow. Alright. Well, I'm down to 6 health, 5 health, 4 health. I'm actually in range of just being killed. This game was fucking retarded. And I'm dead, actually. Savage Roar will kill me if I can concede. Can I concede fast enough to maybe concede fast enough so he doesn't actually get to attack me? Can I concede, please? Oh, thank God. Oh my goodness! Jesus! I just needed Flame Strike. And, you know, having one game that goes without a Flame Strike, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there's Flame Strike. It's right there. But it's been like every single game. In fact, the other game that I lost in this arena was also because I did not get Flame Strike despite going like 2/3 the way through the deck. Ah, balls. So a really good deck is at 3 and 2, which is just stupid because I think despite playing correctly pretty much all the games, I've Mage is I think maybe one of the less complicated classes to play. In that game I was on top of it the whole time. I just needed to Flame Strike or for him to have, you know, anything less than spectacular minions. And both of those things didn't happen. Anyway, I've been playing this pretty well, I think. I mean, I've always missed my own mistakes, I'm sure, but I really do think that I've been playing this deck quite well. And the losses have just been kind of dumb. Not having Flame Strike. I think both were to Druids too, weren't they? Actually, I can't remember who I lost to the first time. Alright, well anyway, I think this deck can still make it to 7. We're in the loser's bracket now, and I really think that this deck is much, much better than your average loser's bracket sort of deck. Alright. I'm going to play the Spider because it's a good answer to the Infiltrator. And I could have played the Sunfury Protector, but if I'm going to play this, let's take a chance and try to get both of these guys taunted. My opponent's in a rough spot. This Infiltrator dies badly to both of these creatures. But he doesn't really want to reveal it because I can ping it to death. And indeed, he keeps it hidden. Now I can owl my Chow so it doesn't give him health. But I think it's much better just to Frostbolt here. And so, okay, if he kills the zombie Chow now, he gets his 5 health back. But this is still good board presence. And if it hits him one more time, then it's actually going to pay for itself. Okay, so the Loot Hoarder's nice. I might actually end up silencing that to stop him from getting a card. It's a pretty good use of silence. Because you get a creature on the board and you take a card away from him. In the ongoing battle for card advantage, that's solid. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is go for the Knife Juggler move. There's a 2/3 chance I get to kill one of his creatures for free. And I do. I would have preferred, of course, to kill this thing so that I could have killed the Loot Hoarder as well. Now my Knife Juggler will die to the Infiltrator. So the Infiltrator got a pretty good use. But I've got decent board presence as annoying spiders here. And I have, you know, an overpowered creature coming down to play next turn, so I'm feeling pretty good. He's got 5 cards to my 5, and I'm about to kill that totem. He had nothing else to play, actually, besides just the totem. On turn 4, he just passed with 2 mana, so that's a really good sign. I've got good board presence here. Lightning Storm is pretty ineffective. It'll just make my Spider pop, and the Water Elemental will not die to it. It's got 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6, but a lot more of my cards are on the board. Now, I've been playing my minions a bit haphazardly. I really should have put the Water Elemental next to the Creeper so that the Protector could give him both taunt. Luckily, it ends up not mattering because he just hexes my Elemental. Still, though, that's a 4-mana creature that took a hex. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, let's give taunt to these guys, protect my Undertaker. Now I am a bit more vulnerable to Lightning Storm. The Sunfury Protector has a 50-50 chance of living, and the spiders will pop. But if the Sunfury Protector dies, Lightning Storm would be pretty good to do here. Fireball is a bit awkward. I haven't dealt enough damage to him to really consider burning his face with it. But he might not oblige me by playing anything big. Alright, so my Owl's gonna die. Obviously, Fireball's not good for this. Man, he's got some really huge stuff back there. He's been playing quite slowly. Alright, I'm gonna play the Kirin Tor Mage just for the body. I'm gonna kill this off. Kill off spell damage. I think keeping that around would be a little bit too fast and loose, and hopefully this thing will live. It's protected from Rockbite or Weapon by my 2 taunts, but it will die to Lightning Bolt and Fire Elemental. Okay, no Fire Elemental. Does he have a Lightning Bolt? He wants a Lightning Bolt, and for once I get a break. He does not actually have Lightning Bolt. This is good. So I can kill off the Taunt Totem, and then I got these 2 annoying taunts to protect it for the Spectral Knight from killing my Kirin Tor Mage. Let's also draw some cards. Frostbolt adds more burn, and Sludge Belcher is a really good top deck, because what this actually does is it buffs up my Undertaker. Get an extra point of damage through. Okay, now this is looking real good. So he's demonstrated not having Lightning Storm for quite a few turns now. There's a bunch of taunts. I've got 4 damage here that he also seems not to have a Lightning Bolt for. And I've got 9 damage, 10 damage in my hand. I have to just deal 5 more damage to him and it's over. Well, he has a second Hex. And it's good for him that he had the Hexes, but he needed minions. He was fine with the removal, but he really needed minions. You know what would be really great here? A goddamn Flame Strike. But I'm sure I'm not going to get it because I never do. And this guy's got like 3 out of 4 times he managed to pop a Taunt Totem, which actually is really good for him here. Alright, so what I want to do is the following. I need to make way for this Leper Gnome. So we're going to throw away one of these spiders. Play the Leper Gnome. Buffs my Undertaker. Let's the Undertaker kill that. This can kill that. Ping can kill that. And then now I've got 9 damage here, but I'm not going to commit it to his face just yet. There's no reason to do that. Might as well leave him in surprise about what I have. And once this Leper Gnome dies, he'll be at 9 health, and then I'll kill him with my stuff. So he needs a lot of life gain or silence with Leper Gnome or something. Okay, so he actually got a Lightning Storm top decked. I'm very lucky I did finally catch a break. That he did not get that Lightning Storm earlier. Now I've got the Fireball and the Frostbolt for the win. I'm going to be a little bit douchey. I'm going to hide from the fact that I had the Frostbolt and make it look as though I just top decked for the win. Why? Because I'm in a bad mood of dumb losses. So as you can see, this was just a Wrecking Ball powerhouse. Granted, if he'd gotten Lightning Storm earlier, he might have done a better job. But he did have 2 hexes, and if he had had Lightning Storm earlier, maybe he wouldn't have had the hex for the Elemental or the hex for the Sludge Belcher. So I think the luck balanced out there. I just played well and had a better deck. Yep, I'm being a jerk. I'm being an arrogant jerk saying I played well and had a better deck, but I think that's what it is, so I'm going to say it, because that's what I'm here to do, is to talk while playing Hearthstone. Let's go ahead and see who our next opponent is. Alright, Swami the Warrior. Not bad being a mage versus warriors, and also not bad seeing Power Blast from an opening hand. That means I'm not going to have it. I will keep Mirror Entity here. It's not my favorite thing to play on turn 3, but I could get a Kirin Mage, which would be great. Of course, is that ever going to happen? No, it's never going to happen. And if I have nothing else to play, I'll just have to play it. Another 2-drop would be nice, or a 1-drop. Can I get that? I can! Look at that. Now we're going to play the Protector first. There's no reason to wait on this thing because this already has Taunt. And I want the 2 power here rather than the 1 power of the Ghoul. Alright, he's going to slam it, which is interesting. Does he have Inner Rage to kill it? Generally, I don't think it's a good plan to slam creatures without killing them. It kind of works out well for him here, because now my Unstable Ghoul will kill the Sunfree Protector if the Unstable Ghoul dies. Of course, my opponent has no way of knowing that. I'm gambling if he couldn't kill a 2-3 last time, how is he going to kill a 1-3 this time? Maybe like a Wolf Rider or something? I doubt he would have slow rolled a Fiery War Axe unless he got it off with a slam. He shouldn't have that. Obviously, if he had a Fiery War Axe, he would have just played that and killed the Sunfree Protector that way. And he's going to play Cruel Taskmaster to finish it off. Okay. So he did go up a card by doing all this. And now I could play Mirror Entity, but I'm not going to do that. We'll play the Undertaker instead. I'm going to get my card advantage back. Could have played Mirror Entity. Now, if he plays a Chillwind Yeti or Ascension, I'll regret that I didn't do Mirror Entity. But if he does play one of those, I can Fireball it, and then I'm the one with the creatures on the board, and he's the one with nothing. So, I feel like it was an okay risk. I have no Death Rattle creatures, so the Undertaker is just going to be a 1-2 for a little while. Whirlwind is a pretty good card there, because it kills both my creatures, so he just went up a card. Okay. So if I don't have a good target for Fireball, I did, however, get the broken card, so that's a good break. I'm trying to acknowledge when I get my lucky breaks here. Might regret not playing Mirror Entity if he plays something really huge here, but I think it's better to just play my own awesome thing. Gurabashi, I could have gotten one of those. Well, I can kill it with a Fireball. But I cannot ping it to death, actually. I'd have to run the Elemental into it first. Is that worth it? I don't think it is. I think I'm just going to play my own Gurabashi, kill off the first iteration of the Harvest Golem, and it's possible that, of course, as a warrior, he can damage this somehow, but I'm the one with the better self-damage potential than he is, because I've got it built in. I also have a heal for the Gurabashi, if needed. And next turn I can fire, if he doesn't do anything with this guy, I can just Fireball and ping it, or if he damages it, I can Fireball it to death. Alright, Death's Bite. What's he going to do? He can kill my Elemental. He decides, however, to go for the Gurabashi instead. I'm assuming he has a plan, like Execute. No, he's going to Cleave, okay. And then use the Damaged Golem. So that was a pretty good use of Damaged Golem. Now he can also use that guy. Alright, well, that worked out pretty well for him. So, this thing's frozen, and it's going to stay frozen. I'm going to take advantage of that and not Fireball it right now. I can either play this thing, which will survive, or I could play the Mirror Entity. I wish I had a 3-mana creature to play with Mirror Entity. I could play Mirror Entity and Duplicate, but the problem is that I'm not getting any action in. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to use up more of my mana, and hopefully he just either has a big creature that he gives me, or he stops from playing a big creature because he's afraid of me. Injured Blade Master, alright, I got a 4-3 for 3 mana, so I break even. And the problem is that now he can kill it with Death's Bite. And I get 2 copies of it with Duplicate, which is not the most impressive thing. The Gurabashi Berserker is now a problem. It's going to unfreeze. And And I have to use a fireball to kill it, so that ended up being a good Gurabashi for him, unfortunately. Can I get a Flame Strike for once in my goddamn life? I would actually totally play a Flame Strike here. Just clear his creatures and then win with card advantage. Nope. And I get Kirin Mage after playing both my secrets full price. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to take a chance here. I'm not going to fireball that thing. We're just going to play the Elemental. And we're going to play the Kirin Mage. Pass the turn. I'm going to try to trade with these creatures. If he hits me for 8, I'm going down to 20. He's got 4 cards. I feel like I can risk that. Cult Master is exactly what I did not want to see here, because now he can trade both of his minions and get 2 cards. That is a really good Cult Master. Oh my god, this arena run has been idiotic. I haven't lost yet. It's not over, but he is ahead now. By a lot. And if I killed his Yeti, that gets another card. Man, that Cult Master was just the one thing I did not want to see. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and silence the Cult Master. I think it's better than fireballing it. We're going to play both of our Blade Masters here. Got off the duplicates. And they're both going to be dead. It would have been a nice combo to get the Dark Scale Healer as well, but I didn't. I couldn't do that. I had to get rid of this Cult Master. I think Berserker might have to eat a Fireball. Or, you know, a Flame Strike would be good still! Flame Strike, please! I should make like a Hearthstone the musical. That would be a great song. Flame Strike would be good here. Flame Strike, please! Oh, man. I could actually win this game if I got Flame Strike. I would actually win, because everything would die. And he'd be down to just 2 cards. And we'd be even Stevens. Karma demands I get a Flame Strike right the fuck now. Karma demands it, and I die. Alright, so we're going to play Nightblade. Why did I do that? I should have just played the healer. No, that was dumb. And I'm going to Fireball the Berserker. That's what I want to do with my Fireballs, is hit 3-mana creatures with them. Oh, man, if I were naming the arena back in the olden days, this one would have definitely been called Flame Strike, please. Because, holy fuck, I just never, ever get it. So he's going to kill the Nightblade with the Fiery War Axe. Let the Yeti go to the face. I'm going to draw a card, and if it's not Flame Strike, I'm going to concede. I mean, even if it is Flame Strike, I might lose at this point. Because I have to ping the Stormwind Champion twice to kill it. No, not a chance. Well, I'll do this. With the Flame Strike now, I won't be able to ping it. Although, who am I kidding? I never get Flame Strike anyway, so why am I even... Yeah, whatever, we're done here. We're done. That was idiotic. I maintain that my deck was perfectly fine, and I would have won games and done very well if I could have just gotten Flame Strike like one fucking time in any of the 3 games that I lost. That sucked a load of ass dongs. Not just ass, and not just dongs, but ass dongs. I hate to whine. I usually enjoy admitting when I've made mistakes and played badly or drafted badly, but this time, I'm just going to say I was grotesquely unlucky. And let me know in the comments if you disagree, if you think I made really bad drafting choices or play errors. So let's take a look at our next run. It'll be Priest, Druid, or Warlock. Well, Priest and Warlock I've both played twice. Druid I've played 3 times. And Warlock I've done way worse than Priest. Priest has been 10-8, Warlock has been 1-5. So we are still trying to get that that Warlock arena that doesn't suck. Alright, here we'll go for the Arcane Golem. Maybe might say Boris, Twilight Drake, Warlocks are good with that. I'd rather go for more burn potential than, you know, try to do any handlock stuff. Not a big fan of Shadow Bolts, because it can't hit the opponent, but certainly better than Sense Demons, so I'll take it. Soulfire, my last Warlock run had no Soulfire, so I'm glad to have one of those. And we're going to go aggro if we can, so Undertaker is the way to go here. Ig. Wow, I'll take a Voodoo Doctor over the Shadow Bolt. We're gonna try aggro. If I can do it, that's what I want to do. Take the Stranglethorn Tiger over the Acolyte, because I've got Life Tap for card draw. If I can keep my curve down, I can Life Tap a lot, and the Tiger will be good as a finisher. Alright, we're going to go for Zombie Chow over the buff for the taunts. Second Soulfire. 2 Soulfires is fine. We'll go for the Power Overwhelming for some more burn potential. Here's a very terrible epic pick. Hungry Crab is just awful. Doomsayer, when am I really going to ever play that? I guess we'll go for Mountain Giant, but I'm really unhappy about it. Leopard Gnome's very good for aggro, of course. Comes down early, and it has Death Rattle for my Undertaker. I could go for some more bird potential with the Stormwind Knight. I think I'll take that over the Blood Imp. I think the Blood Imp is still pretty bad. Hellfire for some more burn potential, and there's a reset button if things go awry. We'll grab a Flame Imp over the Novice Engineer. Wow, so many Acolytes of Pain just is insane. I will take it, but I'm not that happy about it. Oh, she's another one. Well, I guess we'll take a Cult Master here in case I need to trade stuff in. Let's go for the Grunt. I do need some 2-drops. Now, here's an interesting moment. Succubus is a 2-drop. I could do it if I'm going for aggro, but I've just never, ever, ever been happy with Succubus. Ever. So I'm going to grab the Farseer instead. It'll heal up for my Flame Imps and for my life taps, and hopefully let me life tap more. Now here, where we have a pretty bad pick, I don't want to take a random 4-drop. We'll take a Succubus and just be kind of unhappy about it. Well, I don't want this guy. That could be a good finisher, but the problem is I've already taken this Mountain Giant. I don't want to have, like, any game where I draw the Assassin and the Mountain Giant. So we're going to take a Twilight Drake, but just be kind of annoyed. Jesus. Well, we'll take a Corruption, even though it's terrible. And we'll take a Raging Worgen, even though I really want some 2-drops and 1-drops. Another Undertaker is a fine. Void Caller, I think, is better than the Fen Creeper for me. We'll grab an Ooze to kill off weapons. I don't want a 3rd Soulfire. As tempting as the Wolf is, I really just want to maximize my aggro potential. I don't want to do this. This kills too much of my own stuff, I think. We'll take a Loot Hoarder over the Elven Archer. Voidwalker is terrific. Even better than Demon Fire, I think, because it stops the opponent from killing off your weakened stuff. Here we get a Demon Fire anyway. And Defender for some taunt and buffing. Okay, well, I think this is an aggro deck. I never really did understand the fine nuances between what counts as an aggro deck versus what's just a deck that has a low curve. But I do have a lot of 1-drops. I do have some decent finishing cards with double Soulfire, a Hellfire, a Power Overwhelming, and even a random charge thing, the Stormwind Knight. We've got a Mountain Giant and a Stranglethorn Tiger in case we do go long and I need to play some bigger threats. But not too much big stuff that my deck should be clogged. I think really the main problem is if my opening hands have too many of the 3 and 4-drops that I wasn't that jazzed by. I want 1s and 2s and that's it. Anything with 3 or more I will mulligan 100% guaranteed. Okay. Ah yes, we have the Arcane Golem for some finishing power. With this kind of hand it'd be better to be 2nd than 1st. But I'll take the double Leper Gnomes. Ah, Undertaker. This is a very interesting moment. So I get to play the Undertaker on turn 1, and if he does not kill it, it actually becomes a 3-4 with no drawbacks. He'd have to, like, innervate a swipe or something ridiculous to kill it. Now, it's a bit tricky for him to kill this. He'd have to coin into a Bluegill Warrior or coin into a Wrath to get that to die. And he might not have Bluegill Warrior, he might not have a Wrath, and he might not decide to do that. Please don't do it. Oh god. Oh, please don't be a Wrath. Anything but 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 Wrath. Oh god. Okay, well, I might be able to actually kill what he plays here. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus, no! Oh my god. What the fuck is going on today? Innervate coin Stormwind Knight for my Undertaker into double Leper Gnome. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Alright. Well, shit happens. Sometimes, you know, you can't draw Flame Strike to save your life, and sometimes your opponent coin innervates Stormwind Knight into your Undertaker. Fuck my goddamn life. I have a Farseer, which is a Warlock I'm actually going to waste. Hilarious. Very difficult to waste a Farseer as a Warlock, but there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta try to get back into this game. He's got 6 cards to my 3. And I need to catch one up here if I can. Wow. Are you motherfucking kidding me? Oh, he has a Wrath too. Oh, that's lovely. That's just motherfucking lovely. Okay. Okay, sure. Sure, you do that. You fucking do that. Alright, so I can life tap, but I think I'm going to put the Worgen down because it's more threatening. It ties up more of his mana if he has to shapeshift and use this guy to kill it. If I played a Loot Hoarder, he could just shapeshift, kill the Loot Hoarder, or just kill it normally and he'd have choices. Here, he really needs to take care of this. Oh, he's just got removal for days. Look at that. Isn't that nice for you, Wagmore Bark? Isn't that just goddamn nice for you? Alright, so we can life tap Loot Hoarder and Voidwalker. And slight change of plans here. I think I'm actually going to Voidwalker and Demon Fire this thing. Cult Master's being a bit weak here. definitely one of the picks in this deck I did not like to have to take. Mountain Giant could be really atrocious as well. I mean, really, I'm just never going to have that full of a hand with this deck, so if I get Mountain Giant, it sucks. I forget what it was I could have picked instead of Mountain Giant. Hungry Crab? Or whatever else, I forget. Okay, so he's got this thing, which will give me a card if I can kill it. I need a Soulfire, though, to be able to kill it. Soulfire would be an amazing top deck. I could play both of these cards and then Soulfire this. That would be really terrific. Ah, cannot catch a break. Well, I am going to use Cult Master, then, with Power Overwhelming, to get rid of his creature, get a card, and then when the Voidwalker dies, I get another card off the Cult Master. So I'm trying to just hang in there. I've got the Undertaker Loot Hoarder combo. Loot Hoarder does have Death Rattle. Let's see if he can kill this thing. He's already used a Swipe, a Wrath, a Stormwind Knight, and a Claw. I mean, has he used a Claw? No, he hasn't used a Claw. Okay, so here we go. Boulder Fist Ogre, good. I can now play Arcane Golem, which gives him Iron Bark mana, but I just have to go for it. I don't have a choice in the matter. We're going to kill it. Draw a card. Alright, we'll play this, and this, and this. And I will unfortunately use the Cult Master to kill that Ogre off, because I have to do that. Swipe clears my board, but what else is new? And I've got pretty high health, so I can life tap relatively freely. I've drawn actually 3 more cards than he has. Oh man, that Cult Master on the Warrior. Well, okay, you gotta put things behind. I teach standardized tests, and one of the main strategies we teach is that when you're on a section, you cannot think about previous sections, because you cannot go back and change them anyway. So focus on the current section and get as many problems right as you can. Same thing here. There's no point thinking about that previous arena as the mage, because even if I could figure out something better to do, I can't change it now anyway. So I might as well just leave it alone. So we're here playing as a Warlock versus Druid. We had the most horrific start possible. Still, the game's not over. Acolyte of... Alright, well, let's life tap first. Good thing I life tap first so I can put the bigger creature down. We'll run in, get a card. Oh wait, I should have gotten the card before I played this thing. That was a mistake. Well, let's drop the Flame Imp, cash out the Undertaker. This should be a 4-4, not a 4-3, if I were playing correctly. 5 cards to 4, soon to be 5. The Hellfire's a bit dead at the moment. And the Acolyte is really, really weak. So if he plays anything big, I just won't be able to beat it. And I haven't really dealt enough damage to him to really be able to consider burning him out anytime soon. Oh, there's Ironbark Protector, which I cannot kill except if I use 3 of my cards. Lovely dovely. Alright, let's life tap first. See what we can do here. Good thing I did life tap first, so I can actually 2 for 1 against this Ironbark. I'm going to play the Void Caller. I don't actually have any demons in my hand, but it's the biggest body. And he doesn't know that, that I don't have any demons, so I might give him some pause. Gonna have to keep on life tapping pretty aggressively here in order to maintain board control. Do I have any? I don't think I even have that many demons here. I never got any of the big ones. No Doom Guards, no Dread Infernals, no Fel Guards. Yeah. Alright, so he's gonna play Violet Teacher. Is he gonna have a spell? Not yet. He is going to have a spell. Is he going to buff? I think he's going to do it for the buff. Yeah. This is annoying because now Hellfire plus these guys does not actually kill his Violet Teacher. Very annoying. Man, that's really annoying that the Violet Teacher does not die to Flame Imp plus Hellfire. Okay, well, we're going to have to do it anyway. So I'm going to do that. Hellfire. Play the Acolyte. Soulfire. Life tap. Ah, Mountain Giant. That's great. So it's going to cost 11 mana after I draw my next card. Which means I'm going to have to not play anything next turn and not life tap so I can play the Mountain Giant the following turn. I've drawn 7 more cards than he has, but I'm actually, like, just barely hanging in here. You can shapeshift to kill the Void Caller. I'm going to run out of cards to draw pretty soon. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus! Oh my god, if I could have killed the Acolyte, I could have actually played the Mountain Giant this turn. But he Stampede encoded it of all the goddamn things, so I cannot play this Mountain Giant. And Zombie Chow is useless. Alright, well, let's just life tap, see what I do. Alright, I'm going to play the Grunt just to stop the Kodo from hitting me, but I'm going to not play Zombie Chow, so that when I draw my card for the next turn, I'm going to play this Giant. Problem is, he has 10 mana and 3 cards, so I'm going to be responding to whatever the hell he wants to do with just an 8/8, which may not be enough because I'm already at pretty low health. Yeah, like, this is a problem. Oh my god. This game, today, this game is just terrible. You know, it'd be okay to have a terrible day, except the problem is, I've had nothing but the most atrocious luck for like 5 arenas straight. 4, 4, 6, 6, 4 has been my streak. Cannot get above 7. I am probably like losing viewers by the fistfuls. Like, oh, Boris can't play anymore. Can't make it above 6 wins. Clearly the old dog has lost it. So this is 5 runs in a row that I could not make it above 6, and this one's looking pretty grim too. Although well, okay, that was just one bad game. I think this deck can still be fine. It's just the start was ridiculous. Alright, well, we'll do one more game. And then that'll be it for this video. I'll go off, cry in the corner for a little while, come back, and we'll continue onwards. Priest. I'm not Hitler. That is a true statement, I suppose. We're gonna mulligan the Soulfire. I really just want creatures, especially if I can get the Undertaker. That'd be good with the Zombie Chow. Can't get an Undertaker. I do get a Voidwalker. However, I think the Zombie Chow is the correct turn 1 play just because it's got the bigger body. And it can kill more things. No, I don't want you, Acolyte, or you, Arcane Golem. Ah, damn it. Not getting the right opening cards here. I mean, yes, I got a couple of 1-drops, but this deck can do better than just playing a 1-drop. It's got a bajillion of them. Getting a 1-drop played is a pretty low bar for success for this deck. Okay, so he's considering and he decides to do nothing. I get a 2-drop, which is nice. I'm in no rush to play the Voidwalker. Next turn I can either life tap and Voidwalker if these minions are threatened by something he plays, or I can just play the Acolyte otherwise. He still has the coin, could coin into a good 3-drop, that might be annoying. Can't believe he had the Stampeding Kodo for my Acolyte. That is just ridiculous. Past games, Boris. Past games. We're done. We're done. Alright. He's going to kill this thing with like an Elven Archer. No, he's going to Holy Smite, which is great, because Holy Smite could kill better targets, and the Loot Hoarder draws me a card. Got ourselves a Mountain Giant. This could have been a Hungry Crab. I guess I would have rather had a Hungry Crab. Oh, please take the Mountain Giant, please. Please, please, please. There was really no good cards for him to steal, though. I think Voidwalker is probably the best thing. Is he going to coin into a Voidwalker? Is he actually going to do that?
Is someone
No, a Northshire Cleric. Interesting. Alright, so he can get cards off of it. But I'm okay with that. Because my Acolyte can get cards back. So if he Shadow Word Pains the Acolyte, he cannot heal the Northshire Cleric to get a card. If he attacks the Zombie Chow and heals the Northshire Cleric, then my Acolyte can attack back and get a card. Okay, he's going to play Shield Bearer, which is rather clever. Because this stops me from being able to damage my own Acolyte. This is actually a lot of damage to chew through, Jesus Christ. Yikes. I don't have a good answer to that. I don't have any crazed alchemists here. So I'll play the Undertaker. The Leper Gnome. And I could life tap here, which would help me get the Mountain Giant played, or I could Voidwalker here, which gives me some protection. And an extra point of damage each turn against this ridiculous Shield Bearer. I am going to hit it. You might say, Boris, you can just heal it and draw a card. That's true, but I need to get damage on. I'm going to life tap instead of the Voidwalker. I think I need to build up a reserve of cards to help this Mountain Giant happen. And I might actually end up playing the Arcane Golem, which is sad, but I need to get this thing to die. So he's invested 2 cards in this. He gets 1 of them back, so we're still even, technically. And he did spend half of his turn 4 mana. You can kill off the Leper Gnome, which was one drawback of, I guess, not playing Voidwalker, is my Leper Gnome dies. Shoot, I should have played Voidwalker. Leper Gnome dies now. That was a mistake on my part. Leper Gnome now dies, The Voidwalker would have protected it, and then I would have been able to deal 2 damage to the shield bearer. Alright, he's gonna make a 7/7. Surprise, surprise. The Undertaker's the correct thing to kill because that can grow. The Zombie Chow, you know, he's gonna get it eventually anyway. He makes the wrong call. This is a pretty bad player. You can tell it from a couple of different ways. He's using Divine Spirit Inner Fire, which I think is automatically bad. And he killed the wrong target there. Alrighty, can I kill this thing? I really have to.
For the king. For honor.
Sucks to do it this way. Oh, I should have drawn a card first, but such is life. You know, I never got any Mortal Coils. That's sad. Really sad. Now I can heal Northstrike Cleric and get a card. But because he was using the Divine Spirit Inner Fire combo there, he's actually not that far ahead. He's just, after healing this, he's going to have 6 cards to my 6. Ah, he actually has a really good move. He gets to heal it and play a creature. Fuck my goddamn life. Wisp! Oh my god, that's a wisp. Jesus. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, well, we've really got to kill this Northstrike Cleric. A couple of different ways of doing that. I think I'm just going to go for the Arcane Golem. Kill it that way. Kill the Wisp that way. I should really have life tapped first. Undertaker. Number 2. Heal that up. This way it doesn't die to Holy Nova, so he has to use the Darkscale Healer to kill it. I'm otherwise pretty vulnerable to Holy Nova. With a little bit of luck, though, some of my stuff, 2 of my creatures can live, and I can play Cult Master and get back up in this game. But if he Holy Novas now, I'm going to be in trouble, even with the precaution of healing this Voidwalker. Undertaker, currently there's no Death Rattle stuff. This will cost 8 mana to play, which is 1 more than I will have, and in any case, I don't want to spend my whole turn playing it, because then he can just Shadow Word Death it, and I'd be really far behind. I'd rather play pretty much everything before I play the Mountain Giant.
In the light's name.
Alright, he gets a Light Warden. Is he actually going to heal up one of my minions so that he can activate it? Okay, does he not know how Light Warden works? He does not know how Light Warden works. And I am on the brink of losing to this guy. Oh my god. Alright, so anyway, we are doing okay here. I'm going to play the Cult Master. And here, I'll just trade that. Get a card. Trade that and get a card. And we'll play the Undertaker and the Grunt. The Grunt's pretty good here. It's Taunt, so he has to kill it. That gives me a card off Cult Master. Cult Master does not die to Shadow Words, but it does die to Holy Smite. And of course everything dies to Holy Nova, but I think he would have played Holy Nova already if he had it, so I'm guessing he doesn't have it. Alright, he does another combo thing. Getting himself a 6/6 after it kills my Grunt. I get a card. And now I can actually play my Mountain Giant. Alrighty. Let's think. How is the best way to do this? I have the Defender. I have the Void Caller. I think I'm going to play the Void Caller just to buff this guy up. That seems good. This guy's a demon. I could buff him up with Demon Fire. I think I'm going to corrupt the Temple Enforcer. I'll get a card off Light Spawn. Trade my Cult Master in for that Light Spawn. And heal. Wait, if I heal up, he's just going to kill it with the Temple Enforcer. I think a better move would be to life tap and hope I get a demon so that if the Void Caller dies, I get a demon on the field. Let's do that. Didn't get a demon. Alright. Well, he's probably going to use a Temple Enforcer to kill my Void Caller. Temple Enforcer will then die, I've got card advantage and a little bit of life gain and some taunt, so I should be alright here, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have any demons. But he is afraid enough of this guy that he actually lets it live, dealing 6 damage to my face instead, which I'm pretty jazzed about. Because he got me just to keep this creature for free, basically. Master is not that scary. Especially if I can get a Hellfire. Arcane Golem. Okay, so now he's actually looking to burn me out. I'm down to 10 health. It's getting a little bit scary. Luckily I can Demon Fire to kill this thing off, and that stops most of the damage. Okay. Hellfire, interesting. I could just do that to clear off the board and basically win. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna Hellfire. Wait, if I Hellfire now, this guy will cost 7. But if I Hellfire afterwards, he'll be damaged by 3. Nah, I think it's better to play 2 creatures than 1 big one. So I'm gonna Hellfire. Kill this off. Okay, come on. I don't have any demons, tragically, but I can heal myself. Play a Raging Worgen. So I'm at 10 health versus a priest. It's difficult for a priest to deal 10 damage with 2 cards, if not impossible. You'd have to have like 2 Leroys or something to do it. And I can play Defender of Argus next turn. Raging Worgen buffed up is very, very threatening. Temple Enforcer, though. Well, luckily this is the nice thing about having card advantage, is that you can just 2 for 1 and not worry about it too much. Can I go do any Power Overwhelming combos here? Defender of Argus on this makes a 4-4. Power Overwhelming makes this an 8-8. I could actually hit him for 16. Plus 4 is 20 damage, but he's taken no damage so far, so it wouldn't be enough. So instead we're just going to play the much more cautious move. I will do this. Demon Fire. That. Hit him in the face. And I'm not going to life tap here. I think I'm ahead enough on cards. I am getting a bit low in the deck. My life, I need to be concerned slightly in case he plays back-to-back Holy Fires or something stupid. Enough stupid things have happened to me today that I wouldn't put anything past it anymore. You can't heal that. That's at full health. I'm not Hitler. Okay. And is he going to pass the turn? Well, if there's anything we learned from this game, kids, it's that inner fire combos don't pay. Now we're sitting rather pretty. With 12 damage on the field, 4 more damage in hand, so that's 16 damage. He's down to 7 health. He did have the Shadow Word Death. So that Mountain Giant that I worked so hard for is all for naught. And the Motion Warden is not exactly what you want to play against Raging Worgen. So life's pretty good. Alright, I'll play the Drake first. For the Tiger. Kill this guy off. And now, if I Power Overwhelming, I'll actually swing for 18 damage, which is enough to kill him. Pretty cool way to win. Unless, of course, he has removal, but he has nothing, so he might have like a Shadow Word Pain or something. That would explain it. Actually, I miscounted the damage last time. My damage last time would have been like 22, not 20. Still wouldn't have been enough to kill him, though. Alright, so I'm Not Hitler is dead. And that'll do it for this run, or this video, excuse me. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Do please like and or subscribe if you did. This video actually went a little bit long. But I'll see you soon with some more Hearthstone Arena action. Take care.